There's a universal life principle. It's called the 80-20 rule. It's generally that 80% of our revenue will be produced by 20% of our product. 80% of our income is probably going to be produced by 20% of our client base. When you have a look at your profit and loss, doesn't it make sense to start to line things up in an order that makes sense? Because quite often we have businesses, right? And they have their income up the top, and it's one line. It's one line. Does it make sense? What happens if you've got 10 products? Does it make sense? No, you don't know which products bring in the most amount of money. So maybe it's got income A, income B, income C. And then underneath it, we have the costs of goods sold, right? How much did number A cost to produce? This is how you figure out your profitability. Is this making sense? I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. Because if you've got income for profit A and then the costs of profit A, then you've got your gross profit. Does that make sense? Understand, if you've got multiple products, make sure that you break that down. Make sure you break your income down into the sections that are most relevant. Maybe have 4 or 5 or 6, whatever you need to do so that you can find out which product is bringing in the most amount of revenue and which one is the most profitable product. Simple. Just make sure that you get your accountant to set up the chart of accounts in the right way. Make sense? Because what there is there's a universal life principle. It's called the 80-20 rule, right? It's generally that 80% of our revenue will be produced by 20% of our product. 80% of our income is probably going to be produced by 20% of our client base. Guys, does this make sense? So from a product perspective, if you're going to start to look at this, you need to understand which product is actually the most expensive. Which is bringing in the most income, which is the most profitable. Because I can almost guarantee you that one product line is probably going to be producing 80% of the benefit for your business. Doesn't it make sense to understand which product line that is? Yeah, because that's the product that you then focus on. And the next thing that we do is we look at our statements on a monthly basis. The reason why we do this is because we're looking for trends. I've got a theory, it's called let the trend be your friend. Let the trend be your what? Let the trend be your friend, right? Because when we look at things on a monthly basis, remember how we did planning, right? Remember how we did the planning process. You might be having a look at a product, right? Over the period of the last 6 months, it might have been doing this, and then in the last, it's done this. But the end figure is a big tick. So if you look at it on a quarterly or an annual basis, you look at that big tick, you go, yeah, baby, we're crushing it. We've had a great year. You then go and spend a lot of money in resourcing up this product. What are you setting yourself up for? Yeah. The beauty about looking at a profit and loss over a period of time is that it actually allows you to see trends that are starting to evolve in the business. Get ahead of it. Start to understand. You don't need to know about numbers in order to know if one's lower than the other. You just can start to ask the question, why do we think that this is? And then you can start to problem shop it with your team. This, looking at it on a monthly basis and then reviewing it back to this, allows you to set your product price. Quite often when people actually do this exercise, they realize that the products they're selling aren't profitable. And where does that take you? Right? It takes you down.